What's up, everyone? So we got another garden tour today, and everything is looking great. We are having cooler nights. We're having dewy mornings now, which is good. The plants are loving it too. And yeah, we're gonna show you everything in the greenhouse we got and the garden.
So I think we freaked out a couple people on last week's video because they were worried about, I think you or I said we're expecting a frost September 10th, which is like what's today? So today is September 6th, and I said we're expecting our first frost September 10th. I was totally going by first thunderstorm and kind of counting from there. And then I did a quick check on Farmer's Almanac.
Yep.
And they have us at September 25th. So that will buy us a little bit more time, but it was just good to know to get a lot of things out of the garden before it's too late. So our carrots up here were planted roughly a week ago, 5-6 days, something like that. So we're not seeing any popping up yet, but our tomatoes are just loving this nice warm sunshine we've been having the last few days. There are even a whole bunch of little tomatoes that we're seeing on the stalks and even more blossoms. So it's cool that as our tomatoes in the garden are coming to an end, these are really starting to ramp up.
So we got a couple more cucumbers coming in. This one lone plant is actually giving us a couple of cucumbers already. So kind of pumped about that. We are eating them fresh because obviously it's not enough for them to be, pickled, but that's okay. We like them fresh too, so we've been enjoying them fresh.
This broccoli has just been outrageous this year. We are still harvesting really nice side shoots off our broccoli, but that cauliflower I showed you last week that was a little purplish white, it never really looked edible, and now it looks even worse. I'm not really sure about it. I think it'll end up going to the chickens, but I'd much rather have broccoli than cauliflower anyways.
We still have an abundance of tomatoes, but they're coming to the end. The plants are starting to die off, but I bet you with all these tomatoes, if we picked them right now, it'd be a heaping full wheelbarrow. No joke. We're still getting a bunch that we're taking and making fresh salsa and whatnot with. And we are actually contemplating on making some fermented fresh salsa and see how that turns out. But we got enough sauces and everything so far, so we're just kind of having fun with it and seeing what else we can make with it. And if nothing else, you give some stuff to more people. So this was our first year in the last 10 years of living here that we hit our goal of how many jars we needed for a season of pasta sauce / pizza sauce and salsa. Crazy. Gardening is definitely not fast, but we're persistent. We kept going at it. And it's kind of cool, like when you first started, you don't really know how much you want, how many you're going to go through, and then when you put it in perspective, like how many you use in a week, and yeah, we're at I think 70 some jars of pasta sauce, which we give some away, and then salsa, we're over 52 jars.
So our first batch of beans back here are bush beans. They're finally starting to dry out. So we have some, actually, I think these are a little far gone. Well, maybe not. Where I'm gonna be able to harvest them for seed. I was hoping to dry them out so I can just crack them open like this. And we'll have the seeds for planting next year. There are so many more beans drying on those bushes, but it is so awesome to see this because our hope is for next year to plant 1 pound of bush beans. Someone shared with me that planting a pound of bush beans gave them enough green beans for 52 quarts for the year, and I thought, ooh, that's a good amount. That is a quart of green beans once a week. So now that those green beans are drying, these ones are really taking off. There are blossoms everywhere, and we're starting to see beans. I think we're gonna be getting our first harvest off of these within the next few days, maybe even tomorrow. We have some that are that close to being ready to be picked, so that is so exciting. We'll be able to either can up or freeze a bunch more green beans.
Last week, I took a fertilizer and put it down that was low on nitrogen but high with phosphorus and potassium, and I put it down really thick in this area. And what I actually did, it came in a pellet form, and to make it go faster, I put it in a 5-gallon bucket, and then I put water in it and stirred it really heavily and watered these. It's been exactly 1 week now, and look at this. We have flowers. Every one of these are flowering now. I would say that that's what they needed, for sure, because we didn't have any flowers before. So hopefully we get another round of bell peppers. There's a lot of little ones growing right now, so I'm excited and I'm glad that we figured that out. And in the future, we're gonna have more bell peppers. I don't know if you remember, but all these tomatoes down here were very short and didn't look very well. Since I have cut that tree down right over here and made a hole for all these to grow, now they're getting sun and they're tall. Like, this one's taller than me. Same with that one, same with this one. This is nuts. This is just crazy. That little bit of light, that's all they needed.
Love it. It tastes like honey.
I don't know if I fully believe her. I've never had a green bean that tasted like honey raw, but she must like it. Yeah, Evan's green bean plant has a lot of beans on it, so I'm gonna pick those because we don't want them to get too big, and we don't plan on saving seeds from this one. We haven't been doing pole beans for the last 2 years or so now, just because we could never get a good harvest of them, enough to actually can with. It was just eating fresh mainly. But this will be a nice little added side for supper tonight. So I was picking these Romas and I climbed behind them, and in between these pepper plants, we definitely do have peppers coming, but not a ton. I have to show you, there's a cat by my feet. Charlie, stop. I have to show you, there is a bell pepper turning red. Another one. So exciting.
So basically we just told the kids to stay out of here because the hornets are so bad this year that they turn a little red, they're attacking the strawberries. So only how we can stop that is if we get a really fine net and put over it. And for this year, I'm not going to do that. So we've gotten a little harvest off it, but we'll have to figure something out because I don't want them pesky things eating all of our food. Well, we ended up with another pretty good harvest we weren't expecting. I don't know why we weren't expecting it.
Because we have tomatoes in the house yet that we have to do something with today.
Yep.
So what, are we making more salsa?
I guess.
We might can some whole tomatoes.
Oh, fermented salsa. We want to try
we want to try fermented salsa. We do have a couple jars of whole tomatoes we were able to get canned up, but it'd be nice to have a few more for chili this winter.
Chili.
And worst case, when they come in slowly like this, we can always throw them in the freezer. Yeah. That works for just about anything.
Yeah, and then this week, we got to finish the greenhouse, the greens in it, and then that's it.
Yeah, hopefully we can get to that ASAP.
Yep, and then that'll be ready for winter. Right around the corner. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see some more. Glad you got to see us again.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, look at this plant. Oh, you didn't even see it because there's so much greener on it. What is that little thing? Oh, mushroom. Blossom's just starting. I don't think we're going to get pumpkins, or at least not mature ones, but hey.
I hear Charlie.
Meow, see if Charlie will come.
Here, kitty, kitty.
Look at this one.
Come on, Charlie.
See blossoms on it. Oh, hi, Charlie.
So it's looking like we only have one pumpkin plant that's gonna maybe produce a pumpkin this year. It was just too late, but we read the back of the package and it said there was enough time, but I think with being in the drought, even though it was water into 5-gallon bucket, I don't think it was enough.
Oh no.
No,
I'm interested to see if we get a pumpkin off of there, what type it was, because I kind of forgot which variety I planted where.
Oh yeah.
I'm hoping for a big old jack-o'-lantern, at least get one.
And watch, it's one of those little pie ones.
It'll be a pie pumpkin. Yeah.
Oh well, a pumpkin's a pumpkin.